get off the couch, go to a paddle game, go to a braai, go to a rugby event, and find the other South Africans. If you're feeling isolated as a South African and you want some peace in your life, go and find other South Africans. And the way he got worldwide is he used South Africans on ground to open up doors for him. So there was a South African in China, in Dubai, in Argentina that was able to get Volkskunde into that country. So
Welcome to the 10th episode of KarooKiwi. We have certainly come a long way. You might have noticed we're switching up things, chatting in English today, my second language, so bear with me. Our guest and his mission are all about connecting the entire global South African diaspora. So it only felt right to have this conversation in a language we all share, reaching from Raglan to London and Dubai to Toronto. Today, we're talking about something crucial for every Safra living abroad, community. Not just social gatherings, but a powerful professional network that creates real opportunities. We're diving into the story behind the Lekker Network. And who better to talk to than one of its co-founders, Renier Lombard. He's a community builder, global connector, and someone who's actively building bridges that help South Africans thrive no matter where they are. Renier, a massive welcome to KarooKiwi. Thanks for being here, and maybe you can just introduce yourself to our listeners and tell us about yourself and where do you find yourself today?
Fantastic. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and appreciate you having me here on this awesome podcast. And firstly, love the name KarooKiwi. I think it's a fantastic name. It bridges the two countries very well, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, the Lekker Network is a unique business that started last year. I'll take you through the history, but yes, I'll just give you a bit of an intro to myself. My name is Renier Lombard. I actually grew up as an expat. So I didn't grow up in South Africa, but I am South African. So I've lived the expat.
That's the other side, eh? The other side of the coin.
I've lived this expat world for the majority of my life. And my father took us to Botswana when I was very young, and I grew up there. So I grew up as an expat, and we'd come back to South Africa often, and it gave me a fantastic experience as to look, because Botswana is very international. We had a lot of people there, a lot of South Africans, but a lot of internationals. And
exactly.
I came to Cape Town when I was 21 to study. And it just blew my mind. I loved Cape Town. Cape Town is now my home. I never left then. I actually brought my family back to South Africa after some time. And when I came to Cape Town, I studied here, and I think I was about 23. I was selling advertising space for a company, and my last job that I had, I got fired because I was moonlighting on the side. Just for anyone that's listening, if you are going to moonlight and you're going to do extra work, don't use the company email to do it. It was a rookie mistake.
Oh man!
So at 23 years old, in Cape Town, with not much network. I was fired from my job, and I needed to start something because I've always been an entrepreneur. I started small businesses when I was younger. My dad's an entrepreneur. I was always with him in his business, so I always wanted to start my business, and that was a nice push for me to start. So at 23 years old, I was forced to start my own business. I called myself, I was like a nomad. I'd jump from company to company because I'm actually not a good employee at all. And I call myself unemployable. So the best thing to do is hire yourself.
I feel like that too.
100%.
But anyway.
So if you feel like you're a really bad employee and you're not hireable, you can start your own business. It's so easy. Just hire yourself, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I hired myself, started my business. It was a digital marketing consultancy. I was a freelancer, if you have to call it that. Started getting clients in. it was a very, very hard few years to get the business going. But it was just me, my laptop, and my expenses were very low, so I was able to start a business. My father said to me, he was one of his best advice is, start a business before you start a family. So I was very determined to start a business before the family, because once you have a family, your risk aversion is different. You don't want to take risk. You have to obviously put money into the family. And unfortunately, that's what he had a family before he started his business, and he was never able to grow.
So he gave some good advice.
Yeah, every time he had extra cash flow, it had to go back into the family, school fees, and someone's foot got broken, or this or that. So, he's like, start a business before you start a family, nonetheless. And my whole career has been about connecting people. So every business that I've built is about connecting two people to do business, to buy from each other. In the social media world, that's all it is. It's just connecting a consumer and a seller, or two businesses that can do business. So all my businesses that I've built is based on that. And the business that we're involved now, it's called FTC. I'm the MD there. That's my main job, if you had to call it that. And we've grown into the South Africa's largest personal branding agency. We work with hundreds of clients around the world. We manage their personal brands on LinkedIn. These are CEOs and executives. And our staff base are all based in South Africa. So I know the power of having a localized staff base. I think we're about 70 plus staff now, and then doing work with international. So if you're doing international work, guess what? They're paying you in dollar and pound and euro. And you're paying your staff in rand. So there's a good arbitration, but you're actually bringing forex into the country. So when Nick came up with this idea last year, so Nick Latouf, my co-founder, he's the original ideation gentleman behind the Lekker Network. He came up with the name and the concept. And I saw this happen online. It was about March last year. He put this out. He said that South Africans are South Africa's best export. And it blew up. It went absolutely viral. And I said, sure, that is true. Our diaspora out there, our best asset. And he then decided, why don't we create a professional business network around this diaspora? Like, let's connect people. Let's open up doors. Because Nick was one of the co-founders of Falsken, the South African shoe brand that's now worldwide. And the way he got worldwide is he used South Africans on ground to open up doors for him. So there was a South African in China, in Dubai, in Argentina that was able to get Falsken into that country. So he's like, what? How amazing would that be if I could do that for other people? So last year in May, he called me. I was actually I was about to go to my honeymoon, and he calls me. He says, "Renier, would you like to come and help me build this business?" And I said, "Sure, Nick. That sounds amazing. Like, count me in. I'm in." Because Nick was working for a startup in Switzerland. He didn't have the time or energy or resources to get it off the ground. And I'm an entrepreneur that will bulldoze through walls to get the idea going. I'm that. Can I stop you there? Because we're going to get to that question where it all started.
New Zealand doesn't have to be complicated. Simply Visa NZ helps employers and migrants navigate the visa process, from work and residence visas to visitors visas. Led by immigration lawyer Renier Lombard, the team provides clear, honest advice, so clients always know what's needed and what comes next. Their goal is to make every move simple, stress-free and successful, because starting a new life in New Zealand should feel exciting and not overwhelming. Visit simplyvisa.co.nz, complete the online application form, and let Simply Visa NZ help you make your migration dream a reality.
So I just want to give you quick rapid-fire questions before we get into the Lekker stuff, right? So, for South African, well, you're Botswanian as well. What do you call yourself?
I am South African. I just grew up in Botswana.
Coffee or rooibos to kickstart a productive day?
Oh, coffee, 100%. I'm drinking coffee right now.
Brilliant. Okay. Coffee is a big thing, eh? Yeah. All right. So, biggest Safa pet peeve: the timing of now or just now?
You need to. What is the question? Which slogan I like? Or what is my biggest?
Which one is better used in out of the South African mouth? You know, the now or just now? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And then, what's one word you use to describe the South African spirit?
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say that.
Yeah. The South African spirit is, well, you know what? Yes. The South African spirit is colourful. It's energy, and I guess that's what Gees is. It is energy.
Yeah.
You know? As soon as you get to speak to another South African, immediately you feel the energy, the vibe.
Last one. Better for a business deal, a boardroom, or a braai?
Oh, a braai, 100%. Yeah.
I hope
I'm not one for structure, Aubrey. I don't.
Too much. Yeah.
I like structure.
Okay.
This is new structure, but I'm not the one going to implement the structure. I like the unstructured stuff.
I get you.
The stuff that, the craziness.
It's where the magic happens, I think. Right?
100%.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the good stuff. The spark, the origin story. Every great idea starts with a moment, you know. I think you touched on that moment. Take us back to that conversation you had with Nick. Where you said we have to build this. We need the Lekker Network. Take us back.
So myself and Nick have known each other for many years. We mostly online connection, right? I only met Nick once before this happened, right? So we had a coffee 2 years ago. And that was an in-person meeting. Loved it. It was great. And then we've just been connecting online for the last 3 years, messaging each other, engaging with each other, and understanding how each other's businesses work, right? So when he came up with this idea and this LinkedIn post about South Africans being South Africa's best export, being viral, and he got like 70 messages a day, like, we need this. Can you help us build it? Like it was crazy.
Wow.
So Nick was working currently with another startup, a nuclear startup in Switzerland, and he just didn't have the time and energy to actually start another business. So he calls me because he knows that we can do this.
Okay.
Because what I come with is a certain set of skills that can get it off the ground, that can activate it, take action, and actually get it going. But then also we come with a lot of resources. We have a whole agency behind us with a lot of staff. So immediately I could put like 10 people onto this project quite quickly. So
resources is a thing. Yeah.
100%. So we had the resources, we had the capital, we had the know-how, because we also a branding and marketing agency, so we know how to do these things, and we know how to connect people. So we said yes. I said yes. I was like, Nick, let's take this on. Let me become your co-founder. I'll become your execution co-founder. So I'll execute to get it to market. I'll take it from 0 to 1. That's my job. So I'll do that. And he's like, great, let's do this. So it was decided, let's do this. And then I had to go on honeymoon, came back, and we started this this engagement from June last year. That's when it kind of like started taking together. Because we know that this is so powerful. Like if I can connect South Africans around the world, not just good for those businesses, but the impact for South Africa is massive. Like I said to you, I hire 70 South Africans locally with international forex that comes into the country. Like imagine if we can enable another 1,000, 2,000 of those businesses to thrive in South Africa. It'll change the game, you know. We have a very big unemployment problem in South Africa, but we don't have a big talent problem. The talent is here. The people are here.
Yeah.
You know? So
definitely,
Our idea is to try and get those people engaged and hired with international companies is one of the big objectives. So,
this was not one of the planned questions, but I think SARS is very happy to have you, you know?
Of course, you know, SARS obviously, but you know, a lot of, we could work anywhere in the world. I could have this business anywhere. I love living in South Africa. I live here in Cape Town. I could take my business all to Dubai and I can function from there. I'll still hire South Africans, but you know, we here. I love living here. Until they really mess with like our internet is the only time I'll actually move. I said to everyone, if they mess with our internet, then it's time to move. But until then, if it's free and fair internet and stuff, then we're here. But you know, we want to enable South Africa to work. And this government's not going to be in power forever, man. There's a lifespan to it. And this is what we understand. This is not finite.
And I'm not going to go into politics, but I think it has sort of turned, we've reached that top end. Yeah. Anyway, so the word lekker is uniquely South African. Why did you choose it for a global professional network? What was the sort of vibe you wanted to create?
So I'll tell you how the name came about. So Nick had a conversation with one of his friends in America, very close friend to his. I was like, sure, because it was just an idea then. The name wasn't even there.
Yes.
And Nick described this idea to his friend. And he's like, we want to connect these South Africans around the world and to enable business and opportunities and investment. Because South Africans are very humble. They don't talk about how awesome they are. Okay. And I can tell you now, in every big corporation in the world, there's a South African there. There's South Africans behind these things. Like we try to uncover it. Anyways, this friend in America said to him, sure, that sounds like a Lekker Network. And he's like, that's it. That's the name.
Wow.
That's the name. And lekker is a very South African word. South Africans understand it. They know what it means. The international, so it's a kind of an insider knowledge joke, if you had to call it that. So
yes.
If I said you
secret word.
You understand. Yeah. But the fellow Kiwi there in New Zealand probably won't understand.
Not going to know. No.
Not going to know.
Yeah.
So it carries that little bit of connotation as well. Like this is a African network because we understand it. We think very, very differently to others. A lot of members join purely on that fact. They want to join because they miss how others think. They want to be around the same people with our same kind of people miss that. Now you go to America, you go to other places, people think differently. We have a different way of doing things. South Africans are very direct. We're very humorous. We're very energy driven. We're very resilient. So we find each other. We do business with each other because of that very fact. We share the commonality.
Yeah. So what was the biggest hurdles initially? Getting a digital first global community off the ground sounds like a massive challenge. Yeah, what was those things that you had to overcome?
So Ari, the reason why this has worked, and I'll have to be very honest with you, it's taken 10 years of honest, hard graft to get here. So this has been tried before. Like people have tried to do this before. They do this on Facebook. Things. There's many of these South African groups, right? But none that really is a professional network that brings quality caliber people together in a very systematic, professional way. Okay.
Correct.
And a structured way. So two things. Firstly, myself and Nick have very big personal brands. People know who we are, right? So we've been building businesses for many years. I've got a big following on LinkedIn, and I've got a very large client base that is out of South Africa. So if we didn't build these personal brands and this trust and credibility over the last decade, this would have never worked. Because what happened was that when we launched this, I said to the team, we're not going after funding. We're not going to do VC and angel money. We're going to get the members to pay for it. We're going to get the members to fund it. So what we did, we said we're going to do a founding member drive, and we put it out to the world. We said we want 200 people, 200 Safas, to come help us build this beautiful network. But what it's going to do is you're going to pay 18,000 Rand for your first year, so upfront, and I don't know what you're going to get. So people...
They had to believe the dream.
And then I'm like, I don't know, but you're going to help me. You're going to help me create this. So the 200 founding members were those people that came and put their essence, their energy into the network to really build what it is, the values. And that's what we did. We sat with the founding members. And within 2 months last year, we had achieved our goal. We got 200 founding members. A lot of them knew us, trusted us. I think we achieved about 4 million Rand in revenue to fund the creation of this business. And it was the members that paid for it. So, also when you start something like this, it can't be an NGO, it can't be a volunteer thing because it's not going to work. An initiative like this, for it to get to the size that it needs to get to, and for it to get to the value that it can create, it has to be a sustainable, profit-driven business. It has to be. Otherwise, it will never happen. Everyone's tried in the past, NGO route, volunteer base, doesn't work. You have to have a sustainable business to actually create something of value. So that's what we did. We said to everyone, this is a business, it's a PTY, But what we're going to do is every piece of profit this makes goes back into the community. So that's going to now fund the startups. It's going to fund the businesses in South Africa. It's going to help with growth capital. So we're creating this sustainable business that can fund businesses, but also help businesses become more international and global. Wow. So it's a big initiative that side. But nonetheless, we started with 200 members from 0 to 200 in 2 months. It was quite a feat. It was an intense year last year, but we achieved it. And then we stopped the membership. We closed it. And we started building. We started building the platform, the values, the strategies, the brand, the marketing, the PR, the everything. So we started building. And then March this year, we launched. And it launched.
I saw that,
And we had 400 people at the launch party. Phenomenal.
Wow.
And now we are at 450 members as of yesterday. Yeah.
Wow. What a story. It's crazy. Eh? And I mean, I think you obviously, because of your experience, you've done it the right way, and you don't like structure, but you structured in a perfect way to get that base of people right, 100%. And then you can build from there. Yeah,
and you need it. You need that base because those 200 people, the initial 200 people, now they have their DNA on the network. Because as much as it's yes, it is a network to get more business and to do business and investment and stuff. But in essence, it is for South Africa. We're trying to create this for South Africa because, Bobby, if I put you in the room with another South African, you're either going to buy, you're going to do business together. And the impact that creates is potentially local jobs, potentially local investment. A lot of our give back initiatives are all local in South Africa. So the South Africans that have joined still love South Africa. They're patriotic. They want to help South Africa. So
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so given where you are today, what was that moment that you actually realized this is going to work? It's probably going to get bigger than we thought. I mean, has it exceeded your expectations?
100%. Yeah. Listen, there has been moments where you're like, shit, it's like any other business. It's roller coasters, right?
Yeah.
Also, not everyone understands what we're trying to do, so they judge from their perception. I've had some people call us pyramid schemes and this and that, and firstly, I don't know what they know what a pyramid scheme is.
And then
jealousy makes you nasty. Then you have some people that literally throw stones from the sidelines. I've had that.
Wow.
We've had that. It's quite amazing to see. And all you want to do is you want to do good for South Africa, but they don't see that. And then you ask them, what are you doing for South Africa? And they do nothing, right?
Zilch.
So this is our way of creating impact. I mean, myself and Nick, we're not billionaires. We can't change the country by pumping money into certain things, but we can enable businesses to do business with each other and connect with each other with this network. And that will create byproducts of jobs, local investment, local economies being built. And this is our way of actually leaving a legacy and giving back to the economy.
Well, I think you're going to look back in a few years and say this was probably one of the most impactful moments and creations of this decade. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations anyway.
Thank you, man. Yeah. The amount of business that's really being done is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The ladies and gentlemen that are all over the world, it's phenomenal to see, because I've got members, like, for example, there's a member in New York, and he runs a large business there. He joined, and you know what he does? All his service providers now are coming from the Lekker Network. That's all he does. He gets all the service providers in the network. And what we're going to do, I want to actually tell you about this initiative. When we get to a certain size, I think we'll be about 700, 800 members. We're actually going to go out and hire a team of people to lobby on the behalf of the network in South Africa around the world. So we're going to hire now 2-3 people, and all they do is they go and speak to governments, to business initiatives, to big corporates, to literally send their work to South Africa and into the network. And we'll say to them, we've got 800 businesses that can execute any work that you need. And they're vetted businesses. So if you need a big project done, or if you need something done in your corporation or your corporate or your government, send the work here, because South Africans can do this. So we're going to lobby on behalf of South Africa to do this. And we want to get a lot of external international business to come back into the country. not just that, but with the South African businesses worldwide. So that's a big initiative that we're going to be taking on board when we get to a certain stage.
Incredible. So let's get practical for a SAFA entrepreneur in Sydney, right? A professional in New York, or someone looking for a mentor here in New Zealand. What does the Lekker Network actually do for them then?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the Lekker Network is just like any other business network, right? What it does is, and what we are responsible for, is the environment and making sure that the right people are in that environment. You still need to show up. So if you if you come into this thinking that it's going to just land on your plate and like it's done deal, it doesn't work like that. It's a network, so you need to still meet people. You still need to reach out to people, have coffees, go to dinners, come to the events. So we create the environment for you to play in. And if someone comes into the network and just sits on the sidelines, they're going to get zero value at all. But if you're a South African in Australia that wants to now connect with other South Africans around the world and you want to become more international, perfect place. But you still have to show up. You still have to say, how's it, guys? My name is Dave. This is what I do. This is how I do it. This is what I'm looking for. So you need to engage with the members because what you put in is what you're going to get out. It's like with any business network. It doesn't just happen overnight. Relationships get built over time. And you just have to show up and you have to add value as well. So the big thing about the Lekker Network, why it's worked, Aubrey, is because our ethos is how can I help you? Not what can I take and what can I get, is how can I help you? So every new member, I say to them, what can you add to the network? What value are you going to bring? How can you help other South Africans? So everyone on the network is trying to help each other instead of saying, what am I going to get? What is the value I'm going to get? It's not about you. It's about the community and how you can give and how you can help people. So instead of thinking, what can I take from this network, come in with the mindset of what can I give? What can I help other South Africans do and achieve and open up opportunities? Who can I recommend? And that's what's really making it super successful is people coming with a giving, helping mindset. Yeah.
And the magic of giving is it will always return to you in
100%.
multiples. So
100%. 100%. You know, with any networking initiative, it's all about giving and then receiving. If you come into a networking event and you're just like, hey guys, give me business, people aren't going to do that. But if you sit there like, Aubrey, please meet this guy, you start making introductions, you start doing stuff. Guess what? They're going to start sending you business and they're going to start getting you into conversations. So it's all about giving before you taking.
Yeah, this is going to push some people out of their comfort zones, but I mean, that is where the growth is, eh? So, Stories can be powerful. Can you share one specific one that captures the spirit of this network?
Yeah, most certainly. I'll tell you one, right? So we have a member within the network. Her name is Samantha Skyring. She runs a large company here, RX Desert Salt.
RX Desert Salt,
So they're all over the world now, right? So, so Samantha joined. She's one of our founding corporate members. And she didn't have a big presence in the Netherlands. So what she did is she asked the network, guys, do you know of anyone in the Netherlands that can introduce me to the convenience, like the shopping conglomerates there? And guess what? There was someone in the network that had the contacts for people in Netherlands. Within a month, she sent containers of her product to Netherlands because the South African in Netherlands was able to connect her with the people that make decisions with products and purchases. And they then purchased in bulk and they sent containers of the stuff to Netherlands. The byproduct is she hires more ladies in Khayelitsha to pack. She hires more people to farm the chilies there in Khayelitsha and to get it going. That's in essence exactly what we're trying to achieve. Two members connecting, doing business, and next thing it's create local impact.
Incredible. Wow. I'm getting chills. Oh, man. This is clearly more than just a LinkedIn group, right? You focus on creating genuine opportunities. And so how do you facilitate that? What happens behind the scenes? Is there something you can just share with us, maybe?
Of course, yeah. So we're very intentional with trying to connect people in person, online. The network is geared towards you meeting more people. So we have various initiatives where we run these things called micro meets, where you come and you just meet another 10 people around the world. And the amount of business that just comes up from that is amazing. We've got these things called boost sessions where you come with one ask, like, guys, I need this one thing, and the group tries to help you and fix that thing or help you with that one thing. We've got a global concierge service. So our global concierge service literally organizes in-person events with you wherever you are. So Aubrey, if you're part of the network and you travel now to Sydney, you can message our global concierge service and you ask them, I would like a coffee with a member in Sydney. They will set it up for you. And they will message members in Sydney to say, would you like to meet Aubrey? He's coming to Sydney. He's from New Zealand. This is the business he's in. And you'll get a coffee meet or two. If you travel to New York, guess what? You can ask them for a coffee meet. Or you can go for drinks or dinner. Ask them for a dinner and they'll organize it for you. So we have a full team organizing in-person events all over the world. We launched this last month. They'd already done 60 in-person events around the world. Coffees, dinners, lunches, paddle. And as soon as you put people together, something happens. Magic happens. So we don't want to be too involved with what they say to each other, but we need to make sure that the two right people come together. So we're playing, let's call it networking Cupid to put people together.
Yeah, you create the date.
Exactly. And a lot of people are very introverted. They don't reach out to say, hey, I'm coming to Sydney, please can we have coffee. But if you have a team in the back end doing it, it's so much easier. It's like a matchmaking service. And it's like, Aubrey, please meet Dave. You guys are on the same location, same business. You should have a coffee. That sounds great. And you go meet Dave. So there's those initiatives. We've got one more thing. It's called Lekker Intros. It's an AI-driven introduction software in the back end. So every month you get an email, would you like an introduction? And it pairs you with a person that you can engage with. And depending on the AI algorithm, it'll say, Aubrey, you need to meet Stacy in Dubai because you're in the same business. There could be a collaboration. And it pairs you together and it sets up meetings. So we do that as well. And then all the WhatsApp groups that all the communication happens on.
Brilliant. It sounds so sort of simple that no one ever really thought about it. But I mean, there's a lot of work that went in this to build this to where it is now. And it's not as simple, but it's a simple concept. Yeah.
It's early days. We're only 6 months in. We're 90 days from when we launched. We have lost some people. We've had some people that's left, but everyone that leaves, it's either a personal issue or they just say they haven't gotten any value. So they come off the wrong mindset. Of like it's
what they can get.
It's what they can get. So we're like, listen, then you're not the right person to be here, unfortunately. And relationships take time, man.
Yeah. So Paul told me that the membership did change in the sense that it's going to be yearly now. Is that true?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So we launched.
The reason behind that?
So the founding members all came on yearly. That was our initial group. And it brought a certain kind of person that had a long-term vision, long-term mindset. And they're here to build with us. Then we opened it up to monthly payments. So we did the monthly for the last 6 months. It was a strategy. So what that did is it helped us achieve numbers. It's a lower barrier to entry. So it was 2,000 Rand a month that you come in with. And we were able to now achieve another 250 members by doing that. We lost a few people because they're not the right people. And some of them, it's too easy to just pause your membership at that rate. And during this experience, we spoke to all the big networks around the world, YPO, EO, VAB, Alternative Board. All of them are yearly, every single one of them. And the main membership director of VAB, they have now 2,000 members. He said to us, guys, we were also monthly at a certain stage for like about a year. And it had to go yearly to change the game. Because what happens when you come in as a yearly member, your mindset and hat is like, I'm now here to build relationships. It's going to take long term. Also, if you just come in for one month or 2 months, you can't build relationships in that short space of time. So we want people to enjoy it, build relationships, and execute on those relationships. And that takes a year. It takes 6 months.
Exactly.
So we're only going yearly now. So everyone that was on monthly will stay on monthly. But yesterday, we changed to yearly. And guess what? We got our first few yearly subscribers join, which is awesome. So it's just a change in mindset, and it's going to help the network. It's going to help them. It'll unlock a lot of things. So we want to invest in a lot of things around the world, and open up chapters everywhere. And this is going to help us do that as well.
Great. So who is this network for? Is it for business owners, professionals, or people just starting out? What do you see out there?
So organically, we haven't attracted a lot of startups. Organically, we've attracted a lot of seasoned business owners. Our average age of member is 45 years plus. It's an older, an older expat. Also, a lot of younger people don't belong to networks because they don't see the value. This is for someone that's offshore, that's been there 5, 10, 20 years, or someone that's just going offshore that knows the power of networking, that's in business. We do have quite a few professionals in the network, because even if you're a professional, you need to build your network, because anything can happen at any time with that job that you have. And if you have a solid network, you can use when something happens. So a lot of professionals have joined just to be part of the network, to be part of the system. And we have 2 membership tiers. We have the individual, which is for the professionals and executives and anyone that's individual. Then we have the premium, which is the business tier. And that's if you're running a business and you want to have the business functionality in the back end. So these are the 2 that are out there, and those are the kind of members that can join. Listen, we don't say no to people if they just want to join and they don't even run a business. They might just want to support it. They can join. You don't have to run a business with thousands of employees and millions in the revenue. You don't have to do that. But you need to come with the right values. So we have a value criteria when we're saying yes and no to people. On our website is our Lekker Pledge. If you go to the homepage, there's something called the Lekker Pledge. That pledge, everyone signs when they join. And that pledge is about helping the fellow South African, giving back, sharing knowledge, sharing resources, helping the younger South African generation as well, leaving South Africa off better than what we left it at. So we have this value-based system, and if every new member that joins, we have an interview with that new member. And if the member doesn't answer the questions to our liking, we say no to them. And we've said no to a lot of people coming into this thing. It's not just a place to come and sell your product. It's not just a place to come and take. It is a giving network. And if you're not a giver, you're not going to. You'll either remove yourself from the network, or we'll remove you. So the hygiene of the network keeps itself, because people push people out if they're not givers.
Great. So let's wrap up with an actionable playbook for listeners based on everything that you've learned. So what's the first play for somebody listening who feels professionally isolated abroad? What is that first simple step they can take today to start building a network that you can, as a tip?
Listen, find people wherever they are. You have LinkedIn, you have Instagram, you have all these social media places. Find like-minded people, and you're gonna have to unfortunately step out of your comfort zone and actually go and meet.
That's it. That's a short and the long,
That's a short and the long. Get off the couch, go to a paddle game, go to a braai, go to a rugby event, and find the other South Africans. If you're feeling isolated as a South African, and you want some chaos in your life, go and find other South Africans. Not every South African you come across will have the same mindset. There's a lot of South Africans that have left South Africa and don't like South Africa anymore. They've left for various reasons.
Quite a few of them.
There is a lot of South Africans that still love South Africa and love the country. So find those like-minded people is my advice.
Great. And what's the power play? So what is the one mindset shift South Africans need to make to move from just surviving to thriving on a global stage?
This is it, Aubrey. It's the go from a taking mindset to a giving mindset, abundance mindset. It's the one thing that can change everything. It's not about you. It's about who you can help, who you can actually take further. Because what happens is it's a universal law. By giving, you will receive. It's in religion. It's in spirituality. It's everywhere. By giving more, you will receive more. So instead of thinking just about you and yourself and what you can take and what you can get, think bigger. Who can you help? Who can you leave off better? I speak to a lot of wealthy people, and a lot of the wealthy people tell me, Renier, the happiest I've ever been is when I get to a stage that I can give back and I can provide for other people. It's not about making money. It's not about buying stuff. It's about when they get to a point that they can give. And you can start today. You can give small things. You can give advice. You can give time. You can give engagement. You can just give in abundance. And that's my my advice from going from surviving to thriving is by giving.
It's brilliant advice. Yeah, it's just taking that first step, and that's on the previous point. Feeling isolated, being a bit harsh on such a person that's your own fault because you're not stepping out and just doing that first thing. Yeah.
There's a beautiful book that I tell everyone to read. It's called The Go-Giver.
Okay.
So go and read this, and you'll understand why giving is so powerful. This book illustrates it. It's a very small book. It's by Bob Berg and David Mann. And once you read it, you'll understand the power of giving. In business and life. And they illustrate it very, very well.
Yeah. Good. So finally, what's the future vision for the Lekker Network? I think we touched sort of on it. And what's the big dream for 5 years from now?
So Aubrey, the dream is to get to about 3,000 to 5,000 members in the next few years, because the bigger the network, the more impact we can have.
Yes.
We've got so many initiatives, because the bigger the network becomes, the more we can invest into various things that we want to do. Firstly, one thing, we want to create these localized hubs in previously disadvantaged areas that can work with international companies. So take, for example, it's called the Lekker Hub, and it's a building that we build in the middle of Khayelitsha, right?
Yeah.
And that building has all the infrastructure, the tech, the everything for someone to come in there and work online and work with companies all over the world, digital, creative, SEO, developers, like create these little hubs that people in the network can hire from. So instead of taking 4 taxis to town, you can walk to the Lekker Hub and you can work in the Lekker Hub, and it's protected by the community because it creates work within those communities. So we want to create these Lekker Hubs all over South Africa in every single township that we can find. And as soon as you place a Lekker Hub, the income spreads into the township and it lifts people from poverty. So that's one of our initiatives. It's a big one that's only going to probably happen in the next year or so. We'll start with one here in Cape Town. The second is we want to start helping companies with growth capital. So whatever the network makes from a revenue perspective will go into an investment fund, an endowment. And that endowment will help companies with growth capital to get bigger and better and go around the world. So if you need R1 million to get to New York to start selling your products, the Lekker Network can help you. So that's a big initiative. But we can only do that with more members. We can only do these things for South Africa with more members. So we want to become that guardian angel for South Africa by connecting South Africans all over the world, driving people back to the country, investing back into the country. It's our small way of really making big impact.
Are you enjoying the Kiwi life but have a financial headache stuck back in South Africa? Getting your rands and blocked funds home can be complicated. All that SARS and SARB compliance, it's a lot to handle. That's where FinSelect comes in. We manage the entire process for you, making the transfer of your funds to New Zealand simple, smooth and secure. Bring your money home hassle-free. Visit finselect.co.nz and get started today.
Well, I've just been more amazed as we go on, and I can't believe that we're nearing the end. A final word from you, and I think it's if you wanted to say something to somebody who wants to return to South Africa, why are you staying there? Yeah, just as a final thought.
South Africa is home. I travel quite a bit. I travel all over the world, and there's a saying, the grass might be greener on the other side. It's because there's more shit there. There's more So and also the grass is green where you water it. So wherever you're in the world, you can make it amazing. We don't say to people you have to come back to South Africa. We're not that kind of network. We say to people, be where you want to be for various reasons, business, family, opportunities. But know that South Africa is here and we're helping South Africa. Even if you're living in Cayman Islands, you can still help South Africa in a certain way. If you are coming back to South Africa, wonderful, amazing. We want to influence people to come back, because for us to get out of the hole that we're in South Africa, we need everyone to participate. Every single small It's called active citizen. You want to become an active citizen in the country. And if everyone does their part, everyone does something, sure, this should be the best country in the world. I mean, South Africa is voted the best destination multiple times over. It's a gorgeous country, and it's cheap to live here compared to international countries, right? The quality of living is so high. I had a family that I met that came back to South Africa, and they said to me, like, they just miss the people, they miss the energy, the energy behind people's like giving and like just being amazing. You know? So it's if you want to come back. If you want to stay. Everyone's on their own journey. But just enjoy that journey. You know, it's not going to run away. You can always come back later if you want to.
Exactly. Yeah. And lastly, where can people find you, and more importantly, how can they join the Lekker Network?
So you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm very active there. I speak about, we build in public, so we talk about everything from the highs to lows to the nitty gritties. Go and find me, Renier Lombard, on LinkedIn. Follow me there. Or you can go to the website, thelekkernetwork.com. And if you'd like to join, request to join there, apply to join. You'll have to meet myself or Nick, so you actually have a physical interview. It's online. And we just understand who you are, why you want to join, what value you're going to provide, and ask you a few questions, about 15-minute interview. And then we invite you to join, and then you come and join and enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey.
Great, man. Renier, thank you for sharing the vision and for the incredible work you're doing to connect our global tribe. It's inspiring stuff, man.
Thank
you're
you.
Doing great work.
I love it.
And then to everybody listening, the message is clear. Your community is out there. You just need to plug in, right? We'll have to link the Lekker Network in our show notes. Until next time, cheers and go well. Thank you very much for your time.